Hi, this is a demonstration on how to use my center pole ball winder that I made for the duct tape contest. Here it is. This is the winder, the stabilizer on the Lazy Susan, yarn guide, almost empty duct tape roll with the mounting tape along the edges as a guide, and a post here to help the turning. This is my muscle gel in a donut of foam cord boards, and this fits right over it. You might notice that the stabilizer and the turner are closer together than in my Instructable, because I found that the rubber bands that I was using, it had a tendency to pull my stabilizer over. So I just moved them closer together, just adjusted the distance, and it works just fine. So put the rubber bands over. I'm using two. One would work just fine as well. So put this over and turn it like that. And if you stick the winder in, and nothing's flying off. Okay. I'm going to put this on the side for now and show you my yarn swift. This is my yarn swift. I made it out of 6 wire coat hangers, an empty wine bottle, and a box. I made this little wooden thing with 6 notches in it to keep the hangers separated, and also to hold everything together, duct tape. There's a link to the DIY instructions in my Instructable on how to make this, so you can make one yourself. It is just really nice to have. You put your yarn over it and it spins, and so I'm going to put that aside and get back to my yarn winder. Here you go. Okay. As always, I use my foot as a clamp, and I like to work on the floor. Grew up playing on the floor, working on the floor, doing everything on the floor. This is the yarn. It goes through the hole in the CD and over the top of the winder. You might notice that there's a lot of green showing here. I had to shave off a bunch because it wouldn't quite fit in the small hole in the CD. So put that there and hold. Okay, put the yarn through the yarn guide, and let's go on. My foot as a clamp, and I'm going to hold my yarn here, and I'm going to hold this side to keep things stable, and also to guide the tension through the yarn guide. Okay, so here we go. Get some wraps going here, and then you make a turn. I said a 20-degree turn, but really just eyeball it. And keep wrapping again, and turn, and wrap. I'm pulling yarn off of the yarn swift in bunches because it's just easier for me to work. A lot of people work straight off the yarn swift with just turning their ball winder and the swift turns, but I'm not that coordinated, and I think my levels aren't really at their ideal heights in order to do that. So pulling it, stopping, turning, that's a lot faster than doing it by hand. You may find as you reach the end of winding the balls that the yarn will wrap up here or under here. If that does, just flip it over the edge and keep going. I will be winding 100 grams, which is what a lot of the jumbo yarn winders do, the ones you can buy online, not handmade. And even though I could have gotten one, I really like that this one I made by myself. getting near the end of the 100-gram ball of yarn. Pulling yarn off the swift. Towards the end it gets a little tangled, so take it slow. When it gets down to about 5 or 6 wraps around the swift, you might want to take it off the swift and just unwind it by hand. Got taut on the bottom, flip it up. And we're near the end, so take the CD off, and there's your center pole. Pull it off of the winder, tuck the loose ends in, and wrap the last of the yarn around the center of the ball.